ultimately I will get an assistant, and I have got one person within my business now. But there's not even a whole lot I need for the assistant, because I've been able to do so much from the system, from service providers, things of that nature. And if you don't have that set up, if you're still a project-oriented guy, I had a really successful client of mine who, you know, he was in his early 20s. We got him from making 5 figures a month, about $5 grand a month, to about $100 grand a month in revenue for his business. But he would still not make his bed. He would still not write his goals down for the day, and he would still get. He's very project oriented, which was great. But it was something I was on him a lot about, to be systems oriented. Now that young man's going to be massively successful regardless, but he's going to be more successful as he continues to implement a business system and staying in the same vertical. Like, boredom shouldn't be an excuse for stopping to do a business. Okay, that's when you're about to get really paid. Okay, what you should do instead is just look for ways where you can delegate and automate that system, to systemize it first, and then delegate and automate that to other people, so that you're not having to do those things, and so that you can do the things that you actually like within your business. Because being project oriented and, you know, living for, oh, I have to do things when I'm motivated to do it, that's not the way to max out and to get to all the highest levels. You've got to be systems oriented. And, you know, if you want personal one-on-one help with that, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/coaching. Hit me up. We can talk about how to systemize your life. You get a free copy of my book, How to Get Organized. And I think if you're not systemized already, it would be massively beneficial for you to do that. Whether you buy the book or whether you get my help in helping you systemize your life across the board. I think it's probably one of the most important things you can do for your business and your life. So let me know if that makes sense to you, if that resonates with you. One last thing is, you don't want to go too far the other way. I've got a good friend of mine who was a helicopter engineer. So systems guy on one of the highest levels for the Navy, and contingency plan on contingency plan on contingency plan. And I was the same way at one point. I developed these systems because I saw like these massive holes in my game plan. But then I went too far with the defense, and I didn't allow for any chaos. And what that was doing is that was hampering my income, and it was hampering you know, a bunch of other things within my reality. So you don't want to take it to the extent where control for the sake of control of your system becomes your primary priority, or what I call solving recurring problems actually becomes a recurring problem, because your whole life is set up to solve these recurring problems, and you just find smaller and smaller problems to solve. So accepting a certain amount of chaos and remembering that the system is actually a delivery mechanism to create maximum happiness in your life, to create, help you get the tools, the money, the women, all these things that are going to make your life happier. Okay, but it is not a live for the moment delivery system. Meaning, I still implore you to live 50% for today and 50% for the future, until you're at a certain level. You know, until you're maxed out, until your business is automated, your genetics are maxed out, you've got a good relationship, you've got a good base set up, and I don't know if you want to do Southeast Asia or you stay in your country, then you can start to live more for today. But until you've got all those areas fully systemized, and not just systemized, but first systemized and then optimized, we still want to be living 50% for today and still 50% for the future. Otherwise, you're going to suffer in those areas, because you really do want to get them maxed out. Okay, so you don't want to go too far with the defense, but you also don't want to live too much in chaos as a project-oriented guy, or what I call a hustler. as opposed to being a builder. Okay, you want to stay a builder, but you also don't want to live too far in the future, like purely you're living in your system, but you also don't want to live too far in the present, to where you're neglecting your optimization of your health, wealth, relationships, mindset, and lifestyle. So there is a balance to this, and that is sometimes more of an art than a science. And I've got a lot of experience in this area. So if you're interested in learning that art, if you're interested in perhaps my help in implementing that within your life and within your business, give me a call, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/coaching.